The AI summit is on. The focus is even more on AI, and with this talk of AI boom, jobs going, Vinod Khosla has made a comment which has created further panic in a panic-stricken environment. In my view, not necessary. He's a well-known tech billionaire and venture capitalist. He says IT and BPO services will completely disappear over the next 5 years. And then he says something as prophetic as all jobs will disappear in 50 years. Now, this is not an offhand remark. Vinod Khosla is the founder of Khosla Ventures, established 2004, deep investments in AI, sustainability, medicine, and other technologies. He was also an early backer of OpenAI, and he made a lot of money there. In other words, he's not a casual observer. He's deeply invested financially and ideologically in an AI-driven future. So it is possible that he's used overstatement to make a point that also suits his overall business interests. But you see, the atmosphere is already volatile. Just 5 days ago, TCS shares fell to 5.5-year low. TCS just collapsed. And across India's IT corridors, there is a growing paranoia. Will automation hollow out all services? Will AI wipe out all jobs? Are entry-level jobs all at risk? So when a prominent AI investor like Khosla says that IT and BPO sector will disappear, it amplifies that panic. Khosla is a futurist. He's an attempted futurist. His job is to think in exponential curves. From his vantage point, radical transformation is profitable also. And that perspective naturally skews towards very aggressive forecasts. But to extrapolate that all IT, BPO will vanish, all jobs will vanish eventually, is a maximalist, Vinod Khosla kind of claim. Now, I believe in a little bit more of an Indian approach, a balanced approach. And earlier today, I spoke to the remarkable tech genius Sridhar Vembu, founder of Zoho Corporation, who we are very proud of, who offered a more grounded view. He acknowledged disruption, and I'm going to be playing out this. He acknowledged disruption, but he emphasized more on adaptation. Now, Sridhar Vembu is the founder of Zoho, homegrown company, hundreds of millions of customers, CRM, finance, workplace tools, all increasingly powered by AI. He was humble enough to say that history is witness to the fact that when a new technology disrupts the job market, many other jobs are also created. So he doesn't take a typical VC, private equity, maximalist, hyper Vinod Khosla kind of approach. He is humble enough to say that he said being a little behind does not mean that we are behind. It actually means that we will get better. And he cited, of course, Sarvam AI as an example of what a moderately sized Indian AI firm can do with scaling up. Personally, I would go, and I think it is better to go with a Sridhar Vembu than a Khosla approach, because if history is any guide, evolution and not extinction is the more natural pattern in India because of what we are as a country. When it comes to modern technology, innovation, in most of the cases, we have not been the first. But at the same time, we have never copy-pasted someone else's model. We have eventually built our own model of technology, innovation that suits our cultural environment and which eventually becomes very competitive. I always give the example, ladies and gentlemen, of the space mission. Remember, when the New York Times mocked us following the success of our Mangalyaan mission, remember, ladies and gentlemen, how they used to show an elite space club on one side with a man standing with a cow, keeping on knocking on the door as a way to diminish Indian technology in space. And then we became, a few years later, with Chandrayaan-3, the first country to touch the south pole of the moon. And then all these people, as cynics in the West, kept quiet. But more importantly, we did Chandrayaan-3 at only 615 crore rupees, which as that time was said cost less than a blockbuster, a Hollywood movie. And we completed the Mars mission for under 78 million. It's not about the money. It's about the approach. That is the approach that Sridhar Vembu is talking about. When he is saying, we have speed, we have innovation, we have a unique placement in the global tech map. And so let us bring back that belief as we approach AI. We will build our own model in time. But it is worthwhile to introspect how we can use the present innovation to create. And ladies and gentlemen, the headline, therefore, for me is not just this AI summit. It is India's ability to create jobs on the back of AI, attract investments on the back of AI, democratize technology on the back of AI, and to take it to the last mile of our country. AI, we've done UPI. We'll do much bigger things with AI. It's time to embrace it with the cautious optimism of a Sridhar Vembu. In my way, that is the right way of looking at things. What do you think?